In the tapestry of Islamic history, few figures shine as brightly as Prophet Yusuf, Joseph. His life story is a beacon of hope and resilience, a narrative that transcends time and culture. His story, a testament to unwavering faith and divine wisdom, continues to inspire millions across the globe. From scholars to everyday believers, the lessons drawn from his life resonate deeply, offering guidance and solace in times of need. The Quran dedicates an entire chapter, Surah Yusuf, to his life, a testament to its profound significance. This chapter not only recounts his trials and triumphs, but also serves as a source of spiritual reflection and moral instruction. Yusuf's journey, marked by trials and triumphs, teaches us the importance of patience, forgiveness, and unwavering trust in God's plan. His story is a vivid reminder that faith can illuminate even the darkest paths. Yusuf was beloved by his father, Prophet Jacob, a descendant of Prophet Abraham. This deep bond between father and son is a cornerstone of his narrative, highlighting the values of love, trust, and familial loyalty. He was blessed with extraordinary beauty and wisdom, even in his youth. These gifts, however, were not just physical, they were also spiritual, marking him as a person of exceptional character and insight. However, these gifts inadvertently sparked envy in the hearts of his half-brothers, setting in motion a chain of events that would forever alter their lives. Their jealousy led to betrayal, a theme that resonates with the complexities of human emotions and relationships. Yusuf's story is not just a historical account, it's a timeless parable for all humankind. It speaks to the universal struggles of jealousy, betrayal, and redemption, offering lessons that are as relevant today as they were centuries ago. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, even when faced with unimaginable hardship, God's plan unfolds with perfect justice and wisdom. His life is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. Join me then as we journey through the life of this remarkable prophet, uncovering the enduring lessons woven into his extraordinary tale. Together we will explore the depths of his experiences, the strength of his character, and the timeless wisdom that continues to inspire and guide us. Yusuf's brothers, consumed by jealousy, plotted to eliminate him from their lives. They gathered in secret, their faces twisted with envy and anger, whispering plans that would forever change their family. They feared their father's love for Yusuf would lead him to favor him over them, a fear that festered into a dangerous resentment. Each day they watched as their father showered Yusuf with affection, a constant reminder of their perceived insignificance. One day they lured Yusuf away under the pretense of a day of play. The brothers, masking their true intentions with forced smiles, led him further and further from the safety of their home. Their true intentions, however, were far more sinister. Beneath their friendly facade lay a dark plan, one that would see Yusuf removed from their lives forever. They seized him, stripping him of his cherished robe, a gift from his father. The robe, a symbol of their father's love, was torn from him with cruel hands, leaving Yusuf vulnerable and afraid. They cast him into a deep, dark well, leaving him to his fate. The cold, unyielding darkness of the well enveloped him, a stark contrast to the warmth and safety he had known. Their hearts, hardened by envy, remained unmoved by his pleas for mercy. Yusuf's cries echoed in the well, but his brothers turned away, their resolve unbroken by his suffering. They returned to their father with a fabricated tale, claiming a wild animal had attacked and devoured Yusuf. Their voices, filled with feigned sorrow, wove a story of tragedy and loss. As evidence, they presented his torn and bloodied robe, a cruel charade to mask their treachery. The sight of the damaged garment was enough to convince their father of the lie they had spun. Yaqub, overwhelmed with grief, refused to believe his beloved son was dead. His heart, heavy with sorrow, clung to the hope that Yusuf was still alive somewhere. He clung to the belief that God would protect Yusuf, his faith unshaken despite the overwhelming evidence. Each night, he prayed for his son's safety, his faith a beacon in the darkness of his despair. Meanwhile, Yusuf, alone and afraid in the well's depths, placed his trust in God, finding solace in prayer. In the cold, damp darkness, his faith was his only comfort, a light in the midst of his fear and uncertainty. As fate would have it, a caravan passing by the well discovered Yusuf. They drew him out, intending to sell him into slavery. He was taken to Egypt, a land far from his home, and sold to a wealthy official named Al-Aziz, the chief minister of Egypt. Al-Aziz recognized Yusuf's inherent goodness and intelligence, treating him with kindness and respect. Years passed and Yusuf grew into a fine young man. His wisdom and integrity earned him a position of trust in Al-Aziz's household. However, his troubles were far from over. Zuleika, Al-Aziz's wife, became enamored with Yusuf's beauty and charm. She attempted to seduce him, but Yusuf, steadfast in his faith and morals, resisted her advances. Enraged by his rejection, Zuleika falsely accused Yusuf of assault. Despite his innocence, Yusuf was imprisoned, his reputation tarnished by her lies. Once again, he found himself a victim of injustice, unjustly punished for a crime he did not commit. Life in prison was harsh, but Yusuf's spirit remained unbroken. Despite the cold, damp walls and the constant presence of despair, he found solace in his unwavering faith. His faith in God never wavered, and his exemplary conduct earned him the respect of both prisoners and guards. Yusuf's calm demeanor and wise words provided a beacon of hope in the otherwise grim environment. One day, two fellow inmates, troubled by vivid dreams, sought Yusuf's help. They had been plagued by these dreams for nights on end, unable to find peace or understanding. They had heard whispers of his ability to interpret dreams, a gift bestowed upon him by God. This gift was not just a talent, but a divine connection that allowed Yusuf to see beyond the ordinary. Yusuf listened intently as the first man described his dream. He was pressing grapes into wine. The vivid imagery and the man's anxious tone painted a clear picture in Yusuf's mind. Yusuf, guided by divine inspiration, interpreted the dream as a sign of the man's imminent release and reinstatement to his former position as the king's cupbearer. He explained that the act of pressing grapes symbolized the man's return to his duties, serving the king once more. The second man, his face etched with worry, recounted his own dream. He was carrying bread on his head, only to have birds descend and devour it. The fear in his eyes was palpable as he awaited Yusuf's interpretation. Yusuf, with a heavy heart, delivered the interpretation. The man would be executed, his body left exposed to the elements. Yusuf's voice was filled with sorrow as he conveyed the grim fate that awaited the man. The cupbearer was pardoned and returned to the king's service. His joy knew no bounds as he was reunited with his family and resumed his prestigious role. The baker unfortunately met the fate Yusuf had foreseen. His execution was swift and his body was left for the birds, just as the dream had predicted. This gift of dream interpretation, bestowed upon Yusuf in his darkest hour, would prove to be the key to his eventual freedom and rise to power. It was a testament to his faith and the divine plan that guided his life, leading him from the depths of despair to the heights of influence and authority. Meanwhile, the king of Egypt was troubled by a series of vivid dreams that defied interpretation. He had summoned his wisest advisors, but none could offer a satisfactory explanation. It was then that the cupbearer, remembering Yusuf's gift, recounted his own experience in prison. The king, desperate for answers, immediately summoned Yusuf. Standing before the king, Yusuf listened intently as the ruler described his dream. 7 fat cows devoured by 7 lean cows, 7 green ears of grain alongside 7 withered ones. Yusuf, with the same divine guidance he had shown in prison, interpreted the dream with clarity and wisdom. He explained that Egypt would experience 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of severe famine. He advised the king to store grain during the years of plenty to prepare for the inevitable hardship. The king, impressed by Yusuf's wisdom and insight, immediately recognized his extraordinary abilities. Years passed, and Egypt prospered under Yusuf's guidance. The famine, as predicted, struck the land, but thanks to Yusuf's foresight, Egypt was well prepared. People from far and wide, driven by hunger, flocked to Egypt seeking sustenance. Among them were Yusuf's brothers, unaware that the powerful vizier they stood before was their long-lost brother. They pleaded for aid, unaware of Yusuf's true identity. Yusuf, his heart filled with mixed emotions, recognized his brothers instantly. However, instead of revealing himself, he decided to test their character, to see if time had softened their hardened hearts. He agreed to provide them with grain, but insisted they return with their youngest brother, Benjamin, as a gesture of good faith. This request, echoing the events of the past, stirred up painful memories for the brothers, forcing them to confront their guilt and remorse.